I didn't find out until I was dying. My parents had this swap system. They could switch mine and my brother's stuff whenever they wanted, basically controlling our entire lives. I studied so hard for that top school, literally until I coughed up blood. But my parents gave my grades to my brother, and I got stuck with his community college scores. I just picked some random school and threw my life away. Before I died, my parents told me, "You were born to serve your brother. Dying in his place? You should be honored." When I opened my eyes again, I was back before the college entrance exam. "Fang Yuan, how'd you do on this practice test?" I stared at Mom's eager eyes, stunned for a second before realizing I'd been reborn. It's 1 month before the exam. Just finished the last practice test. The second I got home, Mom was all over me about my results. Meanwhile, my brother Fang Jung was kicked back playing video games. His screen kept refreshing, making it easy for Dad to peel oranges and feed them right into his mouth. Dad looked at him with pure love. This scene reminded me of my past life. Last time I honestly answered pretty confident. Then, Mom hit me with this hypothetical question. If you could, would you swap scores with your brother? Back then I figured it was just hypothetical, so I nodded yes. That one nod completely destroyed my future. My brother used my scores to get into his dream college. Then he rode this genius persona to internet fame. His follower count shot up to tens of millions. He became the biggest influencer out there. Meanwhile, I refused to give up. Studied hard, prepped for grad school, but in the end, my grad school scores got stolen by my brother too. Added another achievement to his name. After that, I completely gave up on my life. Had to admit, I was just a loser, no matter how hard I tried. Later on, my brother married some rich woman. By then, I'd already decided to leave my toxic family and get far away, but my parents tracked me down. First thing they said was they wanted me to swap hearts with my brother. Just agree to the heart swap, and we'll never bother you again. Live however you want after that. Back then, I thought their idea was ridiculous. My brother's condition couldn't be fixed with a heart transplant, so I just casually agreed. Didn't know that from that moment. My life went into countdown mode, while my brother recovered perfectly. "What are you spacing out for? Mom's talking to you." Facing the same question again. I answered just like last time, pretty confident. Then Mom immediately asked, "If you had the chance to swap college entrance exam scores with your brother, would you?" "Mom, my brother's a genius. He'll definitely get into a top school. No need to swap, right? It's just a hypothetical question. Just say yes, make your mom happy. It'll help him get better." I'd heard this line so many times. Because of this, I always did what Mom wanted, and it completely ruined my life. Suddenly it hit me. I looked at my brother. "Bro, would you want to swap?" My brother always acted all superior. Didn't even look at me. "Swap? Hell no. Your trash grades would only get you into some no-name college. Have some self-respect. If you're not smart, work twice as hard. Don't blame others." Looks like my brother, just like me in the past life, had no idea the swap system existed. He always thought he was the genius, and I was the idiot. Hearing his answer, I shrugged and smiled. Since my brother doesn't agree, I don't either. It's just a hypothetical. Why won't you even say yes? You're so ungrateful. We raised you. It wasn't easy. You can't even say something to make Mom happy. Plus, you always score worse than your brother. He's been looking out for you. How can you be so ungrateful? I'm not ungrateful. My brother said no first, Mom. Mom was speechless, so she walked over to my brother. With him, she dropped the cold attitude and spoke gently. "Fangjing, honey, this is Mom's wish. Just say yes, okay, sweetie?" Ugh, so annoying. Seeing he wouldn't cooperate, Mom kept following his gaze, begging. Watching Mom so desperate, I remembered something. Before I died in my past life, I heard my parents talking about the system. Both people had to consent. Only then could the swap happen. If either party refused, the swap wouldn't work, but the host could force it, and the system would backlash. In my past life, since I always did what Mom wanted, they never had to force anything. This time I wanted to see what would happen with the backlash. Soon, just a game in peace, my brother agreed with our parents. Then Mom came back to me. "Now your brother agrees. You agree to swap exam scores with him too, right?" "No way. I think my brother's right. You gotta have self-respect. Even if it's hypothetical, I'm earning my own success, not taking handouts." I didn't expect Mom to hit me. Then I noticed her pupils suddenly constricted, like she was seeing something we couldn't see. Next second, her face showed shock and helplessness. Probably got a system warning. Not to force me. Sure enough, Mom glared at me hard, then said nothing. Next day, she insisted on driving me to school. I thought about it and agreed. The whole ride, total silence until we got to school. She finally spoke. "Dad'll walk you to your classroom." "Sure. You even know where my classroom is?" Dad froze instantly, stammering with no answer. He'd never driven me to school before. I didn't look back, just got out and headed in. Dad followed me. "Fang Yuan, no matter what, we raised you. We're your parents. Your mom's not well. If she has any wishes, just go along with them. It's just words, doesn't cost you anything." There it is. The same line, asked 100 times. Anyone would get sick of it. "Dad, I really want to know why Mom's so obsessed with me. Swapping stuff with my brother since elementary school till now. She asks variations of this question multiple times a month. Can this actually happen?" "Of course not. What are you thinking? Your mom just overthinks things." "That's not a good habit. Overthinking leads to mental problems." "Then I definitely shouldn't enable her. Dad, you should take Mom to see a doctor. Better than making me lie. After school, to my surprise, my parents showed up at my classroom. "Fang Yuan, Come home with us. Dad made your favorite food today. Nah, I already registered to stay on campus. I'm not going home until after the exam. How dare you register without our permission? My homeroom teacher overheard and came over to explain. Fang Yuan's mom. Staying on campus helps kids focus on studying, and it takes pressure off you parents, doesn't it? Doesn't matter, I don't agree. Then, Mom yanked me aside, practically forcing me, just agree, to swap exam scores with your brother, and I'll let you stay on campus. No, humph! My teacher saw the whole thing. She immediately ran over and stood between us, arguing with Mom, saying she shouldn't pressure me. Like this. The commotion drew a crowd of classmates. They all called out my parents for playing favorites. Some students even posted our conversation online. Since my brother was known as this genius, people paid extra attention to our family. Less than a day later, the video went viral. Everyone online started questioning if my brother's grades were fake and calling out my parents for favoritism. These parents are way too biased. Man, I feel so bad for the older brother. This is just wrong. My brother's phone kept blowing up nonstop. After seeing the DMs, he freaked out. Not long after, I saw my brother post an announcement online. Every single one of my scores is real and verified. Second, my parents wanting to swap my grades with my brother shows they care about him, not that they favor me. Third, if I score lower than my brother on the exam, I'll give up my inheritance rights. My dear little brother, this time I'm gonna disappoint you. Soon after, the exam day arrived. Looking at the exact same test as my past life, I knew all the answers, but I answered at my brother's level instead, because I was betting Mom would definitely force the swap between me and my brother.